Welcome back, everybody. It's a little windy, so if the audio is a little bad, I apologize for that. I'm going to be using my phone and a GoPro for this video. Can't really control the audio when you're out in the middle of nowhere and kind of windy. As you see, there's water behind me. Pretty excited about this. I made a purchase. I actually got a really good sale. It was an accident. They had it mismarked, but because I had it advertised, they sold it to me like that. So I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to be using this this fall and winter with all my duck hunting. I've never done this before, kind of nervous. So what we're doing is we're out here today just to get a feel for things. So let me get that camera turned around.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up.
So this is what we have. We have a kayak. This is a Lifetime Tamarack Pro. This is considered a 10-foot kayak, but I think it's 12 feet total length. Has a weight capacity of 300 pounds. Has a really nice adjustable seat, which I'm excited for. So just quick straps. And that leans back pretty nicely. I've already ordered a layout blind that I'm gonna fasten to this seat. And so once I get that, I'll come back out here, throw it all on there, give you guys a good view of that so you can see what that looks like and what that's going to look like. So some of the features on this, it does come with a detachable rod holder, which I didn't bring with me because I'm not going to do any fishing. That mounts to right here on either side. It just slides in and tightens down really easy. It does have in the molding a ruler that goes out to 24 inches to help you measuring fish. And then it has this storage compartment, which is not dry storage. So right now I have my GoPro Hero 10 and a dry bag with my keys. It has two built-in rod holders here in the back, and then lots of storage with these bungees in the front and back. It's got a drain plug here, so if you do get any water in, you can tip her over and drain it out when you're on land. Again, 300-pound capacity. I only weigh 170, so this is going to work out perfect for all my gear. All right, so now that you've seen that, I'm gonna hop in, I'm gonna go paddle around. I'm gonna put the GoPro on my head. I messed around with putting it on the kayak and I didn't like the angle that it was gonna be. It's gonna be pretty low. So when I'm out hunting, GoPro's mostly gonna be on my head anyway, or if I can figure out a way to put a stand on it and have it kind of sitting behind the kayak facing kind of the decoy spread, I'll show you guys that once I figure that out. Again, pretty new to this whole kayak hunting. I'm pretty new to this. I've never hunted out of a kayak. I did have a little aluminum boat that I hunted out of for a little while, which worked great. Ultimately got rid of it though. I'm saving up my pennies for a nice duck boat, and then we'll go from there. But again, new to this. I do have a buddy that's got a kayak, and he's gonna be, I think, maybe building a blind. He's waiting till I get the one I ordered to see what he thinks of that. But yeah, I'm gonna get out in the water, fill it out, get out in the water, fill it out, and then I'll bring you guys along when I'm out there. Okay, again, apologize for the wind. Can't really control it if it gets pretty noisy, but it's a pretty calm day. Just sometimes blows a little bit. Now, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to kayaking, but I do know when you're paddling, common thing people do is they kind of just pull. But when you're in and you pull, if you push that other arm out, it actually gives you a lot more speed and power. Instead of just doing this little thing, actually push. It's almost more of a pushing than it is a pulling. That helps you out a lot. So this feels pretty stable. I'm not going to do anything super crazy because I don't really feel like going swimming right now. But this does have kind of an open design where if I reach in there, that's water, which is fine. Just everything I bring is going to have to be in a dry bag. That's okay. It does turn pretty good. So if I want to maneuver, I can do that. Yeah, it turns pretty good. Yeah. I really like the seat. I have sat in some that have cheaper seats and not as comfortable. This seat's really nice, and it's actually right now kind of upright. So if I were to lean her back, let me try that out. So this is going to be more likely where I'm going to be kind of laying like when I have the blind on. I'll have doors kind of right here in front of me, decoy spread out in front of me, and then all I'm going to have to do is just kind of pop up and go. I am flirting the idea of putting some outriggers on this just for a little more stability if I'm in deeper water, because shooting does kind of make you rock a little bit, but I feel pretty stable. I think for the most part should be all right. I'm gonna go paddle for a little bit longer and then pull out the other camera, talk with you guys. Alright, I don't know if I showed you this, but right here next to the handle, it does have a bungee and a small little shelf for the paddle to sit on, and even without the bungee, it doesn't fall, but use it if you got it. These foot pedals I have extended all the way out. I honestly might take them out when I'm wearing waders, just so I have a little bit extra space right there. But when I'm actually out fishing or just paddling around, probably gonna go with this option. And then this is that storage. Not super deep, but if you were to pull this out, it has a little shell in it. If you pull that out, it just gives you access to the main hole. Honestly, I'll probably just end up leaving, like when I'm out hunting or something, that's gonna be where I put like my small dry bag for like my phone, wallet, keys, things like that. It's probably gonna go right there. And then bigger stuff I'll probably put for the paddle out right here in front of me, and then on the way back be in this behind me. All right guys, so this is kind of first impressions, kind of a review. Again, I don't have a lot of experience with a kayak. This is my first kayak that I've personally owned, but I can say I was not willing to cheap out on one. I wasn't going to buy a cheap small one, but I also wasn't gonna go buy one that's top of the line. I wanted to get something that I was confident would work and had a good weight capacity. So this at 300-pound weight capacity is gonna work perfect for me. That's enough for me to take a dozen to 1.5 decoys with a Mojo spinner, jerk rig, and then gun, shells, calls, anything extra. That's going to give me enough weight capacity where I'm not worried about it. And with this design of the hull, it's kind of a wider, flatter design. It gives you a little bit more stability. Like, I can rock and sway it, but it actually feels pretty strong. And I've seen videos of people standing in these, but I'm not that confident in my core ability. So yeah, like I said, I flirted the idea of doing some outriggers just kind of to help with that. I think if I get into maybe some divers, if I try and do any like deeper water, things I can't stand in, I will probably throw some on or figure something out for that. But for right now, I'm just going to be in the marshes out here in Utah. Everything that I'm going to be in, I'm confident that I can stand in, and barely goes to maybe my belly, if not my chest as a max. So and then I also, if I'm going to be paddling out anywhere that I'm worried about, like here, I'm not worried, I can swim to shore. But if I'm anywhere that's going to be cold temperatures, cold water, or deep water, I will have a life jacket on me. I ordered a inflatable one, so it sits nice and flat, and if I need it, just pull that cord. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I have used a few kayaks, none of them I owned personally. This one reminds me of one that I actually rented to go fishing down in southern Utah, and I absolutely loved that kayak, and after I used it, I told myself I wanted to buy one. And so you'll be seeing this. Right now I'm gonna try and take it out for the opening weekend. It's kind of hard to go out on the opening weekend because everyone and their dog and their friend's dog goes out on the opening weekend for the duck hunt. But I know some spots where it gets a little more secluded, so I'll probably try and get this out there. If not though, you will see it just during the entire waterfowl season, and specifically for my swan hunt. I'm really excited about that. 2 years ago I got my first swan and did my first swan hunt, and right after shooting light we had just big swans dumping right into our decoys, maybe 20 yards in front of us. So we're gonna get some pretty cool footage of that as long as we can find the birds, and take you guys along with me. I have my GoPro that I just bought, that's the Hero 10, so that's gonna always be on my head when I'm doing any waterfowl hunting. And then my buddy let me borrow his GoPro Hero 3, so if I can figure that out, I'm gonna get it so it kind of mounts right behind me and kind of shows you the decoy spread. I think that's what I'm gonna try and figure out how to put that together. But really like this kayak. I think I'm just gonna paddle around for a second, kind of get used to it. But I think the only thing that I would really complain about, but I bought it so I can't really complain, is all of the orange on it. So all of these orange features, but one, I can paint it, two, it's gonna be covered in a blind, so it doesn't matter. And then also I wouldn't mind having a bigger kayak to use, but I also have a tiny truck, so it's not like I'm gonna be able to haul a bunch of stuff around. So thanks for watching, you guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Leave me some comments for any suggestions you have for this kayak. If you want me to name it something specific, if you want me to put up a certain like lighting configuration or anything like that, anything you guys want to see, let me know. Once I get that blind, I will be doing a video of that, and then anything I add to this kayak, I'll just keep adding videos to keep you guys updated. Thanks, you guys.